So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot. Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Chris,
How are you doing, my dear?
even better now that I got you in the hot seat on the tan line. How are you?
I am well. Where are you? I love this.
Thank you. I am at work right here at Cumulus Baton Rouge. I pretend to work. They pretend to pay me. We all leave happy.
Right.
I mean, so today
I wish I couldn't relate, but I can.
Studios, and I see that you are working from all entities. I'm talking about Chicken Soup of the Soul Entertainment, RedBox, Crackle. I mean, you name it, you've got it. He is that guy.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Please, master of all of them.
You're
How's
too good.
everything going?
Everything's going great. Yeah, super busy for doing interviews for amazing people like you.
And you know, I appreciate you because I know that you are extremely busy. And outside of doing all these interviews and booking all of these new interviews, you're also doing things with the talent that's rolling through. And you have so many entertainment options for families. Between these platforms, from Chicken Soup of the Soul, RedBox, Crackle, all which are free streaming, might I add, because something about the word free motivates me. With your role, tell me a little bit about what you do for the company.
So I am Senior Director of Communications, and so anything that has to do with any of our streaming platforms for the parent company of Chicken Soup of the Soul Entertainment, that falls into my domain. So whether it be RedBox streaming, Crackle, or Chicken Soup for the Soul streaming, I talk about whatever the exciting titles are that are coming to any of those brands for the month.
And you have so many. And with the platforms that you do have, there are no strangers to our families, right? And there's something for everyone. So as I'm building out my binge list, because we're supposed to have some really bad weather today and tomorrow, and I'm gonna be inside. I can't be out here running these streets. So let's just say I wanted to go to the redbox.com, or I wanted to pull up at RedBox. If you were to give me your top three, doop, 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 doop.
Boy, that is putting me on the spot, but I've got some good ones for you. So we have, boy, let me think about this for
you can do it. I believe in you.
Oh yeah, I've got this. Don't worry, I'm here. Okay, so we've got the big game coming up here in just a bit. Yeah. And RedBox has a ton of great football content this month.
Okay.
I always brag about our programming teams. They're always scouring the entertainment landscape and digging up these beautiful gems. And they have done a bang up job this month, especially with football content. I love sports movies. They're one of my favorite genres. Okay. I thought I had seen
like
all
that
of
story of triumph. They're not just going to practice and work through whatever the obstacle is. It's like they got to get the grades up to get on the team, or somebody at the house is telling them, you're not good enough to get on the team. It's always a success story of triumph. I'm listening.
Exactly. I mean, I love the emotion of it. I mean, when I watch Rudy, I ugly cry every time.
Yeah, and it never grows old. So
For sure. Well, we've got some great ones this month from RedBox. We have a hidden Kurt Russell football movie called Touchback.
Okay.
Really good. It's about this young kid who's a high school phenom. He's clearly on his way to the pros, and in his last game as a high school player, he splinters his leg, and it completely ends his high school career.
Wow.
Cut to 15 years later, he's a struggling farmer, barely able to keep the lights on and keep his family out of bankruptcy. Doesn't know what he's going to do, decides that he needs to take his own life. He thinks he's worth more dead than alive. But in that process, he actually goes back in time to the week of the big game in high school. So it's kind of like The Longest Yard meets It's a Wonderful Life. And he realizes that he has the ability now to make different choices that might change his future. But I'm not going to spoil it because there's a lesson to be learned in all of that. And it's a tearjerker. I got to be honest with you. You're gonna want to keep your box of Rudy Kleenex right there handy.
And just prepare to ugly cry. I mean, even with that, it sent chills because you understand that people, they get to a point where they think that success is right there. And whatever success may look like in that moment, you've been building it there. And then you have this thing that just comes and kaput. It's all different. Where do you go from there? How do you bounce back? Now, how do you categorize a win? You know, even if you were able to balance, that would have been a win.
What does true success look like? And that's kind of the lesson in this film. It's really good. And Kurt Russell, as always, is spectacular. So you want to check that one out. But if you like real football history, we've got a great one for you. And I am a big sports documentary guy, and this is one of the best, I've got to say, ever. And I don't say that lightly, and I think you know me well enough. Nope. So this is 85, the greatest team in football history. And of course, this is chronicles the journey of the 85 Chicago Bears.
Okay.
Outstanding. It's so great. Your viewers are going to love it. They have everybody in this, not only Mike Ditka, but Mike Singletary, Jim McMahon, Otis Wilson, Refrigerator Perry, and not only all the players, but they also have a ton of huge celebrities who lived in Chicago at the time all of this madness was going on. So they interviewed Jeremy Piven and Bill Murray and even the guys from SNL who did the Bears sketch. They interviewed them, and Barack Obama makes an appearance in this documentary because he was in Chicago at the time.
You know, I love with the good documentary and the success stories and all of the behind the scenes, it pulls it all together. Like, we see the end result, but imagine those who live through it, and they give you their level. We see it through a different lens. And what's the name of this one?
That is called 85, the greatest team in football history.
I'm with it. Okay. And all of this we can find streaming for free on RedBox.
Yep, you can go to redbox.com and watch on your computer, or you can just go to your favorite app store and download the RedBox app for your phone, your tablet, your connected TV. And as always, it's always free.
Hey, something about the word free motivates me. You're going to be singing this. You're going to be singing this. I'm telling you.
That's what I'm squawking about. Free 90 free is my favorite price.
That's the one. And I know that you have something for everybody. For all of my sports fans, 'tis the season. Now is the time that we're going through that slump. We're going to get to the big game. And then when we start having withdrawals, because Thursday nights look different, Sunday night looks different, Monday nights look different, we can always find it on RedBox.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
What else you got for me?
Well, you know, it's Valentine's is coming up as well. So we've got a ton of great rom-coms.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a really good one with Pierce Brosnan called Some Kind of Beautiful. And it's a really cute story. So he is, you know, Mr. Ladies Man. He's this like, you know, this unbelievably attractive older silver fox professor character meets Jessica Alba and you know, understandably falls head over heels. But in the process, she ends up getting pregnant, which is something that he was not expecting.
Wait, she did get pregnant for him, or is that a spoiler alert? You're not going to are you going to tell me this, or you're not going to tell me this?
No, it's his. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's like trying to get his head around this. They become a couple. Baby's born. He's, you know, trying to throw himself into being a dad, and it ends up that her sister is Selma Hayek, which, you know, that's quite a gene pool they got going on over there.
Yeah.
Well, Jessica Alba decides that she doesn't want to have anything to do with him anymore, and she takes off. So all of a sudden, he's a single dad, and he's trying to figure out what in the world happened to his life in the last 2 years. And I'm not going to spoil it.
But wait a second. The fact that you mentioned her sister, now I really need to go and watch this.
You do. It's a great rom-com. If you're looking just for some fun Valentine's fare, it's really great.
Absolutely. And what else you got for me on some of these other platforms? Because I know that there is a lot for us all, from RedBox
Yes.
to Crackle to Chicken Soup of the Soul.
So for Crackle this month, we've got a great one. So, you know, we're getting out of winter, we're getting into spring. People are going to be going on their spring break vacations. And so we thought we would kind of help you, you know, keep your vacation difficulties in perspective with the 2015 Ed Helms, Christina Applegate version of Vacation. So this is the kind of reimagining of the Chevy Chase classic. It's really good, I've got to tell you. I'm usually not a big fan of remakes and reimaginings, but
yeah,
this one kind of keeps the soul of the original, but it allows the genius of Ed Helms and Christina Applegate to shine through. It's really awkward. There are some unbelievably hilarious moments in this film, and yeah, and there's even an appearance by Chevy Chase sort of paying homage to the original. But you've got to check it out. It's great.
Wow.
And that's going to be on February 13th, just in time for Valentine's Day.
Good. So if you're looking for a nice den and stay at home, well, now you have the entertainment being brought to you by Crackle. And you know, you always have something that is sappy enough for us to cry with a good pillow, or, you know, maybe if we're just missing a loved one. Of course, Chicken Soup of the Soul is going to cater to our needs. And you know that's where I'm at. So let's hear it.
Without a doubt. So there's a ton of great stuff on there. And I don't know if we talked about this before, but I just learned that, you know, when you think of like women's programming, a lot of times people go to, well, home and garden and cooking. But
Yeah.
did you know that the largest percentage of audience for crime content is women by a landslide?
I'm there.
Yeah.
It's me. It's me.
Okay. I love to hear that. And so we have a ton of course, there's a bunch of rom-coms on there. We've got a really cute one called For the Love of Chocolate. That's a Chicken Soup for the Soul original that takes place in the like foodie industry. That's great. There's piles of rom-coms and just really fun Valentine fare. But if you are looking for something a little out of the norm, we also have a ton of really good crime programming. There's one series in particular that I'm really excited about right now, and that is called Happy Valley. And that is starring Sarah Lancashire.
Uh-huh.
And she was from the movie Yesterday. I don't know if you've seen that. She's a big BBC star, but she's kind of an older woman playing a police sergeant who is obsessed with catching the killer that she feels was responsible for the death of her daughter.
Oh, wow.
And
what's the name?
I tell you, what's that?
What's the name of this one?
Happy Valley. They just launched season 3 on BBC, and we have the first 2 seasons right now for free. And it's spectacular. Her performance is unbelievable. And the story is just, it's super gritty. And you feel so much empathy for this woman who has so much personal pain, and yet she's trying to bring this person to justice that she feels was responsible for her daughter. It's great.
I can only imagine the level of intensity that's there. You know, the amount of stress that they have to portray that mother is going through, and the amount of energy that she puts into capturing this guy. So yeah, if you have seasons 1 and 2, that is going to be my binge. Happy Valley, Chicken Soup of the Soul Entertainment. I know I'm all in on that one. Yes.
It's great.
Yes. You know, from RedBox to Crackle to Chicken Soup of the Soul, if you're looking for something that's going to be great for entertainment, if it's for you, if it's for your loved ones, if it's a family night, or if it's just one of those nights you just don't want to be bothered, you just need to curl up with your wine, with your popcorn, and a good film, we got options. And we also have my main man, Chris Woolsey, in the hot seat on the 10 line, giving us the updates on our binge list and where to get it from, because you the man. And don't you dare let them tell you different.
I am not going to argue with that kind of logic, Tangela. I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen.
Exactly. And I look forward to getting you back real soon. So don't go too far. Just find me a couple of more to binge out on, okay?
I got piles. Just let me know when.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So great to talk to you.
Likewise.
All right.